You probably know someone who owns property, but you've never once seen them fix a leaky faucet, chase a tenant for rent, or show up to collect a check. The money just lands in their account every month. They're not landlords in the way you're picturing. They found ways to make real estate pay them without ever becoming a full-time property manager. After studying dozens of passive real estate income models, I narrowed it down to the 7 that actually work in 2026. If you only remember one, make it the last one. It's the one that requires the least money to start and pays the most people are ignoring it for. Let's get into it. Number 7, Real Estate Investment Trusts, REITs. This is the simplest entry point on the entire list. You buy shares in a company that owns income-producing property, apartments, warehouses, shopping centers, and you collect a slice of the rent as a dividend, often paid monthly or quarterly. No tenants to call, no toilets to fix. The barrier isn't money, it's patience. Most people want the excitement of owning a building. REITs give you none of that excitement and all of the income. Number 6, Private Mortgage Notes. Instead of owning the property, you own the debt against it. You lend money to a buyer, and every month they pay you back with interest, the same way a bank would collect. Investors who buy performing notes on the secondary market can earn 8% to 12% annually without ever touching a property. Why doesn't anyone do this? Because it sounds complicated. It's not. You're just standing where the bank usually stands, and the bank never touches the house either. Number 5, Self-Directed IRA Real Estate Lending. This is a cousin of the note business, but the twist is you do it inside a retirement account, so the income grows tax-deferred or tax-free depending on the account type. Investors fund small loans to house flippers and developers, collect interest, and never step foot on a job site. The reason almost nobody uses this is because most people don't know their retirement account can hold anything other than stocks. That single piece of missing information is the entire barrier to entry. Number 4, Triple Net Lease Properties. A triple net, or NNN, lease means the tenant, usually a chain pharmacy, a fast food franchise, a dollar store, pays the property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, not you. You just own the building and collect rent. One investor with a single NNN property leased to a national pharmacy chain can collect a check for 10, 15, even 20 years with almost zero involvement. The tenant treats the building like it's their own because, functionally, all the responsibility already sits on them. Number 3, Storage Unit Real Estate Investment Groups. You don't have to build or manage a facility yourself. Groups pool investor money to buy and operate self-storage properties, and investors receive a share of the monthly rent income without ever managing a single unit. The self-storage sector keeps growing because Americans keep accumulating things faster than their homes are growing, and someone has to own the buildings that hold the overflow. Number 2, Land Leasing. You already own land, or you buy raw land, and instead of developing it yourself, you lease it to someone else, a farmer, a solar company, a cell tower operator, a billboard company. The land generates income every single month, and you never build a thing. 1 acre of raw land near a highway, leased to a billboard company, can quietly generate more consistent income than most people's side hustles, and the owner never has to think about it again after signing the contract. Number 1. Fractional Real Estate Crowdfunding. This is the one I told you to remember. Platforms now let you buy a small fraction of an apartment building, a commercial property, or a portfolio of rental homes for as little as a few $100s. And you receive your proportional share of the rental income automatically. No tenant screening, no repairs, no mortgage in your name. What makes this different from everything else on the list is the barrier to entry. Every other passive real estate strategy still asks for tens of thousands of dollars to start. This one doesn't. That's exactly why almost nobody who could benefit from it has actually tried it. They assume real estate still requires a down payment and a bank appointment. It doesn't anymore. Here's the pattern connecting all 7. None of them require you to be a landlord in the traditional sense. Every one of them separates you from the property itself and connects you only to the income the property produces. That's the actual definition of passive. Not less work than a job. Zero ongoing work at all once it's set up. Let me be honest with you. When people hear real estate, they picture a mortgage, a tenant, a 2 a.m. phone call about a broken pipe. That picture is what keeps most people out, and it's exactly why the 7 strategies on this list stay so uncrowded. The uncomfortable truth is that real estate income and real estate management are 2 completely different skills, and you only need one of them to get paid. Think about Daniel and Alex for a second. Daniel spent 3 years saving for a down payment on a rental property, researching neighborhoods, running numbers on mortgages he could barely qualify for. He never pulled the trigger because the number never felt safe enough. Alex, making the same income as Daniel, put $500 into a fractional real estate platform the same month he heard about it. He didn't own a building. He owned a sliver of one. A year later, his sliver had grown into shares of 4 different properties, still passive, still untouched, still paying him quarterly. Daniel is still saving for the down payment he hasn't made yet. Alex already has real estate working for him. The difference wasn't capital. It wasn't knowledge. It was that Alex stopped waiting for the version of real estate he'd been taught to picture, and started with the version that actually existed in front of him. If one of these 7 changed how you think about real estate, let me know which one in the comments. Subscribe if you want more of this. I'm David, and I'll see you in the next one.